All right, if you like bold predictions, this is the show for you. I am revealing my number one running back in the 2019 NFL Draft class next on the 2019 NFL Draft Profile Series, brought to you by Dynasty League Football.
The NFL Draft Profile Series, NFL prospects, break it down, let's get it. People's pen and the gridiron scholar, time to do it major. Let's see who running the field, let's analyze the data. Yeah, let's go.
Let me start by saying this is not hyperbole. I definitely do believe Devin Singletary is the number one running back in the 2019 class. He is my guy. There are a lot of reasons why I say this. I've been on record for past few weeks now. I think I've been one of the first on record as jumping him into that category. And been pleased to see a lot of people now starting to come around and bumping him up to their top 5, maybe even as high as running back 2 in this class. I'm still going with number 1. We'll get into that in a moment. But, John, I know you've come around. I don't know if it's because of my influence or not, but what are your takes with Devin Singletary, and what are the things you see that you like?
Well, Andy, you're the conductor of the train, and I just have a passenger seat. But I do like Devin Singletary a ton. Now, I've been lucky enough to have him for the last 3 seasons in my college fantasy football leagues, and he has just been tremendous. If you have not seen film of this young man, go out and get some film immediately, folks. He is a tremendous talent. He posted 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons for the Owls. He exceeded 100 yards rushing 22 times, and he surpassed 200 yards rushing in 4 games. Now, 2017 was just absolutely stupendous, and this is not hyperbole. He was Conference USA MVP, first team all-conference, and he was the first FAU player to earn AP All-American honors, second team. How good was that season? He led the nation with 32 rushing touchdowns. That is 3rd all time. He's in the record books for eternity. He also recorded 12 consecutive games with over 100 yards rushing 2 seasons ago. Last year, he was very good. Conference USA first team and tied for second in the nation with 22 rushing touchdowns. We're looking at a young man who has scored 54 rushing touchdowns in the last 2 years, people. He is awesome. He averaged over 6 yards per carry. I love that number when I'm looking at my Scholar scores. And he had 51 receptions. So he's very active in the passing game, and he's terrific with the ball in the hands as a runner. What is my scouting report? He has a compact frame at 5'9" and 200 pounds. He's a downhill runner with breathtaking balance and burst. He runs with power and breaks arm tackles. He is not a small back. He's a compact back. He has great lateral quickness and outstanding vision to make smooth cuts. He strings together jump cuts to elude tacklers. You don't see defenders getting free shots on Devin Singletary. They bring him down, but they're not getting cheap shots on him because he's elusive. Excellent and easily changes direction. Instinctive ability to make opponents whiff, forces missed tackles on a regular basis. Hey, he keeps the legs moving and he fights for additional yards. Now, what are some concerns? He's an imperfect pass blocker, but he is willing. He needs some work there as a rookie coming into the league. And I would like to see him improve his pass catching abilities, but he is active as a pass catcher, so he can play right away in the passing game. I have a 2nd-round grade on him. I love this young man. I just acquired him with the 9th pick in a dynasty league. I think that's a steal. I know you love him, Andy. Tell the listeners what you like.
So we've talked about David Montgomery, and one of the images that I think lasts in a lot of people's minds is a graphic they showed in one of his games last season where they compared him. They basically made him the Voltron of running backs. They said, the patience of Le'Veon Bell, the speed of so-and-so, the lateral agility of Saquon, but whatever, all these running backs merged into one is what they labeled as David Montgomery. I think Devin Singletary is more that guy for me. When we look at Darrell Henderson and we talk about him having the elite speed and breakaway ability, Singletary has that, but to a slightly lesser degree. He doesn't have the same speed as Henderson, but he's next in the class in that regard. When we look at Josh Jacobs and we talk about the power and the ability to run through the tackles and blow people over, Singletary has that as well. Maybe not as good as Jacobs, but a notch below at the next level. You put all of these things together, Devin Singletary is probably the best combination of all abilities in this class at the running back position for me. You mentioned the 2nd-round grade. I have a 2nd-round grade on him as well, which just goes to show I don't think there is a 1st-round running back in this class. He's a tough dude. You're not taking him down with one tackler. You better call a convoy. You better call some teammates to come with you because he's breaking any tackle one-on-one if you even can get a hand on him. He's got the best balance and power in the lower half of any running back in this class. His lean forward is outstanding and amazing. His poise wins the day. He's got above average hands. He's a willing and an able blocker. He's got good recognition and pass protection. He sees the plays developing. He's got that finishing ability that I mentioned. He may not run away from everyone, but he has enough moves to support that breakaway speed. John, he is a savage. He just looks like a totally different player no matter who the competition is. I've seen people knocking his size. I think that plays to his advantage because pound for pound, he's a 6 foot, 230 pound guy. He just happens to be 5'8" in a 200 pound frame. Now, I think that's plenty of mass to be able to be successful on early downs in the NFL at the next level. And then when we talk about the pass catching, he has 51 receptions over his 3 years at Florida Atlantic. He can catch. He can be capable. He can be a 3-down guy because of that. Now, he can change direction as well as anyone. I'm talking about even guys currently in the league. And he turns runs into punt returns. It's just, he's phenomenal to watch on tape. And I think the major concerns come from the fact that he played at Florida Atlantic, which is a smaller school. But let's not forget Lane Kiffin is there. And Lane Kiffin has been at the highest of levels, from the NFL head coaching range to Alabama's offensive coordinator, head coach at Tennessee. This guy knows what he's doing. He knows how to recruit. To be able to get players like Devin Singletary is why Florida Atlantic has even become a recognizable name on the college landscape. So to look at the smaller conference and just dismiss it as nothing, I think is foolish. People have said he didn't have the same high level of production when he played the bigger schools, but he was not fazed by interior linemen from Central Florida. Central Florida is one of the better defenses in the entire country. They played Oklahoma. This is one of the big boys. He was not slowed down. He was still able to, he didn't have the same volume in those games, but the production level wasn't a significant drop off. Now, was it his, 5-6 yards per carry? No, it dropped down to just below 4. But point being is he was still able to do it against the bigger boys. So I love Devin Singletary. I'm happy to proclaim him as my running back 1 in this class for the balance of everything he brings to the position. Now, I don't know if this is outlandish to say, so you tell me. Leave it in the comments. Let me know if you agree with me. Do you see the same things I see? If not, tell me why you think I'm wrong. Leave it in the comments below. Check out Dynasty League Football for other great content, all the great videos, podcasts, and articles. Also, check out expandtheboxscore.com, my new website with advanced college statistics and data for you, readily available at your fingertips. Thanks for watching today. Go check out all the other players we've covered. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video as well. Thanks.